Hello everyone. Today, book inspirational talk. We have Dr. Girish Gupta with me and with Professor Regina. And these book inspirational talks are for cancer stage 4 persons, inspiring them and celebrating them to have a full and happy life. So today's topic is develop talents, and Dr. Girish Gupta is an experienced homeopath and a great personality down to earth. We will know from him his knowledge on this and his experience. Please share, Dr. Gupta.
Thank you, Dr. Kavitha. Uh, as I told you, you have made this group, KHA group, which is a wonderful group dedicated to classical homeopathy, the true inspiring homeopathy. And why I told you a guideline maker, there could be not a better word than this, because you are the one who joined, made everybody around the globe join this platform, listening, hearing each other, experiencing each other's experiences. What I wish to tell you, that homeopathy is a wonderful science, but if it is not practiced on the principles it is based on, as enunciated by Master Henneman in Organon of Medicine, we will be lost. Now it is very painful to see that younger generation is very much confused, like we used to be in the past. But it took me 38 years to speak what I am telling my colleagues today. This is due to my persistent adherence to the principles of homeopathy and a desire, a thirst to learn from my seniors, from journals, from webinars, from seminars. That is why I am able to do so much for this science. But my in so many tedious, serious conditions where all other pathies are far behind, including allopathy, where surgery is the only option. It is written in the medical books. We are able to cure. So it doesn't mean these books are wrong. They have got limitations. And with homeopathy, with classical homeopathy only, we can get such results, whatever I am getting. Anybody can get it, but you have to work hard, follow your principles, keep confidence in your master, in the principles of homeopathy, and follow. And over, I would like to emphasize that please document whatever you are doing based on modern diagnostic gadgets, hormone analysis, ultrasound, MRI, CT scan. Follow your principles. Do not compromise with the principles, but follow scientific line, your practice on scientific line, document the cases, make a database, and then show to the world as to what is your success rate in a particular condition. Only then you can convince your patient and see after you have been able to cure a good number of cases, the pleasure you can derive out of that is not measurable. So my request is to document, to do modern scientific evidence-based practice, to publish if it is possible in journals so that it is shared and your experience goes to the wide majority of homeopathic doctors, and then you are able to convince your patients, your colleagues about homeopathy. With these words, I once again thank you, Dr. Kavitha, Dr. Regina, and KHA for giving me this opportunity to speak a few words in front of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Gupta. Do you mind if I read a paragraph? We are doing Robin Sharma's Who Will Cry When You Die. So as you said, beautiful things about how one can develop the talents. So he says, like Norman Cousins once noted that the tragedy of life is not death, but what we let die inside of us while we live. In a similar vein, Ashley Montego wrote that the deepest personal defeat suffered by human beings is captured by the difference between what one was capable of becoming and what one has in fact become. There is a difference between simply existing and truly living. There is a distinction between simply surviving and really thriving. So, too many people spend more time focusing on their weakness rather than developing their strengths. By concentrating on what they do not have, they neglect the talents what they do have. The greatest people who have gone before us all had a simple strategy that ensured their success. They knew themselves. They made the time to reflect on their core abilities, those special qualities that made them unique, and spent the rest of their lives refining and expanding them. You see, we are all endowed with the capacity for genius. Perhaps you have just not taken the time to discover what your personal gifts are and then honored on them to the level where you are considered brilliant. So that's a wonderful learning to develop the talents. And we would ask Professor Regina also to share her thoughts.
It was wonderful, Dr. Kavitha, to hear Robin Sharma's strengthen your core, strengthen your beliefs, strengthen the opportunities you have, and embrace them. Dr. Gupta just mentioned we should follow our masters. And Samuel Hahnemann, the master of homeopathy, he has blessed so many practitioners with the similimum, simila curantur. So the similar dose into one's reality. And he was also explaining me that it's in your mind, that it can switch things into homeostasis. It's a self-improvement that you must go towards the health that's possible within reach, and follow these footsteps of our great masters, and also Dr. Gupta's suggestion that we have the scientific base documentation on every case. We will develop a solid inner self, and this opportunity in this life, it's a chance to make us today better than yesterday and tomorrow better than today. And I think we all should embrace the opportunities of being truthful, honest, family oriented, and study and share what we have accomplished, like Dr. Gupta is doing so nicely in his books and in his case studies. It's been a bless being able to be with you. I learned from you, Dr. Gupta. Namaskaram. Thank you. Dr. Kavitha, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much,
Namaste.
Professor Regina and Dr. Gupta. We had a nice discussion inspiring the people, celebrating the stage 4 cancer with more life, more inspiration in their lives, and developing the talents, documentation, and being with family and being with positive people. So, and we will see you again in another inspirational book talk. And thank you for sharing this knowledge, Dr. Gupta and Professor Regina. See you all again. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Namaste. Namaste.